Hello, my name's Liz Harrison and welcome to Craftsuprint TV. Thanks for joining me. I'm one of the Craftsuprint designers and you can find us all on craftsuprint.com. Right, first of all I'd like to make with you one of my new pop-out cards today. This is the Meerkat version of it. It will be available in other animals, and if there is particularly a specific animal that you do want or anything particularly, let me know and I'll see what I can do. The best way to contact me is through the Craftsuprint forum, which is a great place for games and everything, and we're a crafty bunch and really friendly, so come along and join us on there. Okay, so to make the card, right, what I've actually done is just got an A4 card, scored it in half. Now on this one I've lined it with a little bit of backing paper I had left over from another card. On the actual card that I've done here, what I've done, rather than actually print out an A4 size of the backing sheet, I've actually printed it out as 2 A5s and reduced down in size. You will find with your printer settings that it possibly will let you do that. Again, contact me with through the forum if you do find that you get stuck on anything. But that's the beauty of digital crafting. You can actually print out however many you like, but also change your sizes, and it just gives you a little bit more scope on your crafting and on your designs, your cards there. I'll pop that one back down there. Okay, so I'm going to cut out the main image first. Now what I'm going to do is use my guillotine, and I do tend to find that particularly when you've got rounded corners, if you actually cut your straight edges first and then cut your corners, you do find you get a little bit better, cleaner cut there. So just go around and cut those. And again, just cut that side and that side. Obviously if you prefer different types of cutters, but I must admit I do like my guillotine. And then you're left with your 4 white corners and just literally cut round those with your scissors. Okay, and it just gives you that little bit better edge. Now I have used Crafty Bob computer paper, computer printing paper, which I've got in the back of my hair, a little bit of advertising, and I do find that it's great. It's so bendable, but it's also very strong, so if you are just using it as a card on its own, it will just stand up if you just fold the sheets in half. Okay, but you get no cracking and no scratching on edges. Okay, so make sure we've got this the right way up. We want the hearts the right way. Okay, and again just a little bit of double-sided tape. Helps if you remember where you've put it. Okay, I would use a little bit more if I had a bit more time there, but I'm just showing this for speed. So again, make sure we're the right way up and just centre him in the middle there. Okay, now on the sample one I have actually decoupaged him up with all his extra bits, and I love meerkats for the fact that you have little paws, so if you don't stick down your paws at the ends you can put little things underneath like little messages, and I've just added a little heart there which I think is quite sweet, and he's got a little smiley face, this meerkat, as well. Okay, quite a happy card. Right, so that's the front. Now we're going to cut out a big heart for the centre. Now again, what I would say when you're actually cutting out is just roughly go around and take off all the bits you don't need, because otherwise you'll find you've got bits and it does prevent you from cutting in a nice straight line. Okay, pop those bits out of the way. Now then, when you're actually cutting out particularly the red colour, it can come off on the edge, and it just helps if you actually angle your scissors slightly away from the paper. I don't know whether you can actually get that. So what I'm actually doing is holding, rather than holding my scissors straight up, I'm holding them slightly on an angle and just cutting so that it's about a 45-degree angle that I'm actually cutting around there, and it just does keep your colour better on your paper, and it also gives you a little bit straighter cut. And I'll just go back again. If you try going both ways when you're cutting, rather than trying to do it all in one great big lump, you will find you do get your little bit neater edges for your decoupage. Okay, so I'm going to just cut around the meerkat. Now when you've got a fairy animal, what I tend to do is just hold my paper and hold my scissors and wiggle the paper a little bit, and what you'll find is you just get like a little wiggly edge rather than a complete straight edge, so that your fair actually looks a bit fairy and not quite such a straight direct cut line. Okay, and again holding your scissors on the side and come round there, and with your heart go round into the centre. And if you're not good at getting to the point with your scissors, just again go around. The best way for decoupage really is to have a really good pair of scissors that you're comfortable with, that you like using, and to actually have them exceptionally sharp. I do sharpen mine on a regular basis and make sure that you keep them free from glue and gunge and double-sided tape. And nail polish remover is a great thing to remove glue from scissors if you've got it stuck up there. Okay, so we need to score him in half. Now I would suggest, it is computer paper, it is printed, so don't score on the front. You'll find you end up with a bit of a crease and not a very good look. So if you get your scoreboard and actually line the point of your heart to about the centre on this one on the meerkat's head, and using Crafty Bob bone folder. Okay, hope you all got yours at the NEC, and just score down the centre. Do it gently to start off with. Don't do one great big score, because you will find that you might even go through your paper if you're too rough. And again, just gently fold him in half and gently crease there, and you'll find you've lost no colour, you've no horrible marks, and you've got a lovely pop out part for your card. And then just on the little hearts, now again I would score from the back. You can just fold these, but I do find that using your scoreboard and your bone folder does just give you that little bit extra neatness to your card. Okay, now the little hearts are actually going to fold inwards, because they're what's going to anchor your little meerkat heart onto your card. Okay, so make sure he works. Oops, helps if you get the right card. Right, so the only way we're going to anchor this is actually by putting, I'm going to put some foam pads I think on these hearts. So I'll just cut a large one in half there and put one on that side and one on the other side. Now it is entirely up to you how you stick this down. Some of the red double-sided tape is very, very strong, and you might find that that's more use for you. Now then, when you're lining him up, make sure as much as possible that your crease is actually in line with your centre crease on your card. I'm just going to pop that one there and make sure he folds over. Okay, and pop that one there. And then you find when you open, whoops, it's just not quite straight there. I'm just going to straighten him up a little bit, that's better. So then he actually pops out from the centre. So not only have you got a nice cute meerkat on the front, but he pops out from the middle as well. And then you can decorate and add whatever you like onto there. Now on this one, as I say, I did do the decoupage, and I've actually used the extra little meerkat on the sheet and an I Love You Simple popped under his paws. As I say, I do like the meerkats with the little paws. They do tend to lend themselves to holding on to things, and it just makes a little bit of a more special card and something a bit extra inside. Okay, thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Craftsuprint TV. Hope you can join me again soon.